Oh man, yeah, it was tough. And I don't know. Other things I'm walking away with is that Chancellor Nala. She's just getting grotesque in her mannerisms, man. Like it's
She's gonna pull out a sonic screwdriver soon and board the TARDIS.
and that's another series that died, got canceled.
Don't get me started on that one. I loved Doctor Who.
So there you go. We found a comparable franchise, not Star Wars, but Doctor Who. You know what was another thing that came across as I was watching the show? You know how people are online, I've seen it's Hogwarts, Star Trek, Dawson's Creek, Star Trek,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
It feels a lot like watching Twilight Saga 1, the first movie, whatever it's called,
Star Trek,
Twilight, I guess. Huh?
Twilight, Star Trek.
It's Twilight Star Trek. Have you ever seen that movie, the first one?
No,
Dude, it is bad. The acting is bad. The storyline is bad. The action scenes are bad. Everything is bad. It's atrocious. The movie's atrocious. This is Twilight Starfleet, Twilight Star Trek, whatever you want to call it.
and yeah, I mean, I don't like to yuck people's yum, even when they like to yuck my yum.
That sounds so gross.
I'm just, I'm in just, it is,
Stop. You're wearing your helmet, and I'm wearing my JROTC shirt.
prank
Is that
wars.
what it was called?
It was a prank wars episode. All high school melodramas have that episode where the two fractions of the class battle each other in pranks.
Yeah, I must have not watched a lot. I mean, I watched some, but not enough to know that.
Welcome to this episode of Templar Digital Reviews. I'm Baby Billy.
All right, well, in that case, I'm level-headed rebel, and that was a painful episode.
Oh, I know you hated it.
Oh boy,
This show's growing on me, baby.
are you sure you're that sick?
While the episode is your typical prank wars episode of a teen drama. I mean, we're getting the noted episodes. I'm sure we're gonna get more of this like Degrassi Star Trek with the kids in this like they're learning their war old school laser tag stuff. Well, first, the scene opens up and is now officially made the Star Trek music canon. And
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
you
know.
you,
I
you
don't know
noticed
how
that.
many people are going to catch on to that. Well, we're watching this episode, and they made the next generation or the Star Trek the motion picture music canon, like
Mhm.
or at least the first like
Chime.
chime of it.
I mean, I guess they really wanted to do that this season because, like you said, they teased it in the show and in the preview for the show where Noose Braca, I can't believe I remember his name, is seen whistling the melody to Star Trek, but then he doesn't do it,
No, he's
and then
whistling something else in the.
between the Starfleet Academy and the War College rivalry, they have mascots, and whenever they do updates between their games or whatever, their competitions, they the um, the music that starts plays the opening melody of the Star Trek motion picture theme song, but then quickly changes to like a rally song.
Yeah, and it's also like it was their attempt at like commercial humor, like Starship Troopers kind of thing. Like I'm doing my part.
They definitely had a parody of the Starship Troopers Clendathu scene with that. Was that the holodeck or something, or was that like
Oh,
there was like this
their
the
war
weird
battle down there.
laser tag thing that they were
Yeah,
doing?
I feel like it's a holodeck.
They should have freaking they should have established that, dude. I don't know. And yeah, anyway. Yeah, so they're in they're doing some kind of competition between the two schools.
Which then the Ultra War College has the upper hand through 3/4 of the episode. They transport them naked out of their locker room.
That's the prank that kind of gets everything started.
That gets it started. They re-edit the commercial that plays in front of the whole school to have them clips of them acting like buffoons.
Yeah.
They're like they throw the dodgeball in the guy's face like it's like what you gonna do, tough guy.
Yeah, the shrill Asian Vulcan or something. Your favorite character.
No, that means she's doing her job, man. You're supposed to hate her, and you do, which means she's doing a good job as an actress, right? Like, I'd have to say
Not
she's
necessarily. I did
probably
not
the
like her because she was so good at making me hate her. She was shrill.
maybe that's what they were going for. I actually didn't mind the Vulcan bad guy kid. He played a Vulcan.
Yeah, I didn't mind him because he wasn't shrill.
Huh?
I didn't mind him at all. No, he was one of the few characters that just fit.
He played the Vulcan really well. They drug out what could have easily been a 20-minute episode into an hour-long episode.
Yeah.
And they
Dude.
they rehashed a bunch of things the whole time. So basically, they have this plant, which is the namesake of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
And the teacher is trying to, or the what's her name?
Chancellor Nala.
Chancellor Nala is trying to coax them into winning this prank war by giving them hints and letting them come up with the ideas on their own, like they were thinking of it.
She's nudging them in the direction.
Yeah, so she shows them this plant, and it's an annoying plant.
Not only that, it's an annoying nudge. Like, what is she doing? She looks like she's got rickets or something. Like she can't sit.
Grow.
I know.
I think she's like, she might be like, is
The
she
most brilliant Starfleet officer ever?
is she a
That's
Time
not what
Lord?
you're gonna say. Shut your mouth.
No, she's a Time Lord. She acts like Doctor Who, like because she's lived so long, or like
Yeah.
she's got this like
She's carefree.
campy. Like, she throws herself down on chairs and looks at, like, I thought it was weird in the first episode when she did it with the main bad guy and like fell into the chair as he was looking forward and like blew him away. But that's her character, is she does that every episode now. It gets more and more and more. I have a feeling like she's gonna be like off the wall zany by the final episode.
She looks like she's always tripping on shrooms or something.
Yeah, she is definitely a hippie teacher. Professor is what she's playing, and she's hip. She's got vinyl records and
Of like old show tunes though.
Yeah,
It's not like she's playing Beatles.
no, she's got records that would be weird to have nowadays. So the fish guy and Genesis are fighting to be the captain of this squad of laser tag. And you can tell that they kind of like each other. They're going to eventually be a thing in the show. At least they. You don't think so?
No, I don't think there's gonna. All right, if I had to take a comfortable guess, I don't think that we're gonna have much of a normal relationship in this show.
Well, we do have a normal relationship between
A little bit.
the main guy and the Betazoid, the basic Betazoid.
Yeah, a little bit though. Not a full blown relationship, and I know it's only the third episode, but I'm saying like I don't think. I hope they do because, like I told you, it's the only times I'm able to just like, oh, this is a TV show is when those two are together in a scene. That's it. Apart from that, the show's a hard watch. It's a hard watch. They already alluded to some weirdness between that one character and the Klingon character.
So I think there'll be a romance there.
I feel like this show is about upsetting the apple cart and not giving you normal stuff.
I think that Genesis and the fish guy are going to be like the Rachel and Ross, that they're gonna tease this along for the season until you finally get your
Uh,
payoff kiss at the end or something.
uh,
Yeah, and but you know, I mean, every new iteration of Star Trek has its complaints, and
yes.
people will bring that up when you complain about this modern stuff. But I do feel it's a little different now. Yeah, there were definitely the nerdists that were like, Captain Picard and this new iteration of Star Trek just is not our Captain Kirk.
Along with any fandom, you're always going to have those debates and those discussions. This one's better than that. This one had more of this. Oh, but this one did this different, whatever. Every iteration will have its little changes. The problem is that the things that are wrong with Star Trek Starfleet Academy are not that. The things that are wrong with Star Trek Starfleet Academy is that it's not Star Trek. It's a bad modern teenage show in Star Trek drag, if that makes any sense.
No, it
The
makes
prob
perfect sense.
the problem is that it's just not Star Trek. I mean, have you had one moment so far in these 3 episodes where you're like, "Oh, that's badass."
The intro before the episode starts of the anniversary of Star Trek with all the different ships.
The title card
Yeah,
of the 60th anniversary.
yeah, the title card of the beginning.
But even
No,
that
but
one's got some sour grapes because it ends with the Athena, and I'm like, ugh.
yeah, I mean, I get that. It's the show, right? So of course they're gonna add that in there.
Somebody needs to grab that and like change it at the end.
Yeah, I don't even think was the Defiant in that little thing.
No, I don't think so. Strong little ship.
Little. You're
Oh no,
right.
tough little ship. I don't want to get yelled at. I don't know if you remember, dude, but that movie came out, and I was. We could cut this out, But when that movie came out, we were in middle school, because I don't think we were friends when First Contact was out.
Yeah,
But I think
we
we were
were
friends.
we were talking about it because we were getting those magazines, those
Cinescape.
Cinescapes.
The reason why is because I don't remember conversations with you about it around the time that movie came out, but I do remember conversations with you about Insurrection. And I think I remember you liking it at first, no?
Well, of
Or
course,
did you always hate it?
It's Star Trek.
You're right. Okay, so hear me out. I remember you liking it, and I was like, I'm the surface level Star Trek, so I'm a meathead Star Trek fan. I was like, this movie, First Contact, is better, and you're like, no, it's not. I remember I'm like, there's no battle rifles or anything. There's nothing blowing up. This sucks.
It's just a love story between Picard and some other lady,
Damn.
and he's not a very believable love interest.
I don't even remember that movie, dude. I don't. I think I might have seen it once on HBO after it was out of theaters. I never bought it. I never rented it. I never rewatched it on cable. Nothing.
Well, they broke
That
the
movie.
Prime Directive, or what they were thinking they were breaking the Prime Directive. Data went crazy in the beginning and revealed themselves as overwatching this what they thought was a pre-warp civilization. Later on in the movie, it turns out that they were an offset of the actual villains. Same people decided to stay on this planet where they were around the rings around the planet had some kind of radiation that kept them young. And that's why the main guy was trying to extract it, which would end up killing the people on the planet so that he could continue to be young. He had his face was like stretching because he was getting older.
No. He looked like the leper from Braveheart. You remember Braveheart? He looked exactly like him. Like he looked like he went from one set to the other.
But again, I'm more forgiving on those movies because I liked Nemesis, and people hated Nemesis.
I remember enjoying Nemesis, but I never enjoyed it enough to go, I want to watch that when it comes out on DVD. I think I might have seen it once or twice. I enjoyed it in the theater. I didn't know walking out of the theater that was going to be the last time I was going to see TNG in the theater.
But back to, I mean, we're going off track because we're talking about good Trek, going off track for Trek.
Do you see how easy it is to go off on good Trek than it is this show?
You see how easy I remember the old Trek, and I haven't seen I'm telling you, I haven't sat down and
because
watched those
you're a
movies
real
in
fan,
years,
dude.
right? I haven't
You're
watched those movies in years, and I still love. They come back to me, and I love talking
you.
about it. I can't really remember what the hell we just watched.
I want to forget. I want to forget. Oh God, thank
So,
you.
and regardless, the two Genesis and the other guy battle to be captain of the laser squad. He
Hmm.
wins by being deceitful and
The
knocked
distractor.
her off her game, and he got
Yeah.
it. But you could see that he was just a meathead that just wanted to be gun ho, and she actually had some captain skills and wanted to be like, wanted to do a tactical way of like trickery, and he was
Yeah.
more of a just send your troops in to get blasted up. Both are really both are a necessity in war, I would think. So maybe they come back and touch upon it if it's good writing, and they'll be like co people later on in the series, like they'll feed off
S-
of each other. But
stop writing better storylines. You get it. You're only going to disappoint yourself harder.
there's some, because there's some of it there, right? They have
No,
some
that
they have
there isn't.
they have
what you
modeling clay, right? It's just
what you see is in your head, not on the show. In the scenes that you were talking about, that the competitions where they're in the weird holodeck, they established that their phasers only have one setting and it's to transport. Got it. All right. And then, like you said, Raimi, which is the space frog guy, him and Genesis were spilling the tea on each other, and she explained to him that she had daddy issues because she was an admiral's daughter or something. And then what happens is during the competition, the first one to get a score of 8 was going to win, and Raimi, being the meathead jock cartoon character that they're making him out to be, is uses that against her because they're both neck and neck, and he says something to the effect of "Don't let your daddy issues distract you" or something like that. And she curses, and like I don't usually have a problem with cursing, but the cursing on this show is so lazy and sloppy. Yeah, and so she says something like, "What the did you say?" And in that moment of distraction, he was able to get 2 more shots in on targets, and he was able to hit 8, and he got the win. And she felt stupid. But we, as the audience, are meant to feel sympathy with her, but it's the heat of competition, whatever. And there's a lot of vulgarity on this show, and I think they're trying to say because they're kids. The problem that I'm coming across with on this show is that isn't Starfleet not just like NYU or University of Miami? It's supposed to be like the West Point of West Point, right? Like it's it. That's it.
it's
Only
Starfleet Academy for officers. To be
yeah,
officers of the Federation, they're going to be captains of Starfleet.
right. Exactly. So, why are they all childish and dumb? I don't aspire to be any of these idiots.
No.
I can I can watch, like, you look at the other captains in the past, Janeway, freaking Picard, Kirk, even Worf. And you could go, "Oh my gosh, that would be cool to be Worf. That would be cool to be Picard."
I think Picard, when he was in his Starfleet days, was kind of
Yeah.
like Fish Dude. I think he was a jock,
It
and
I remember that.
yeah,
I was watching an episode of that where Q makes him relive the incident that he gets stabbed in the heart or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because I watched that recently, and I totally get that. But go watch that episode. He's not an idiot. He doesn't come across as an idiot.
No, just arrogant and
Yeah, which is
cocky, and
understandable with
yeah,
people with big brains, right? Like he doesn't come across as an idiot. His roommates don't come across as an idiot. The guy who's trying to fix the table at the space billiards doesn't come across as an idiot, right? Jealous, whatever, butthurt, okay, but he doesn't come around as dumb. All these guys come across as dumb.
So, we get a lot of different weird aliens on this show. Like your new favorite alien, we got to see Michael Jackson thriller zombie with a kid and play crop like flat top and a
High
pharaoh,
top.
yeah, high top fade thing, and then a pharaoh goatee, and he was all like a Cheeto orange with blacked out eyes. And speaking of, we haven't seen that bridge crew since the first episode.
Because that's why they were so plain Jane. Except
We
for the
we haven't seen
barnacle fish.
teachable moment. Um, we haven't seen the barnacle person. We haven't seen the blonde with her hair, the short bobbed blonde.
Mhm.
We haven't seen any of that bridge crew at all.
And
Um,
don't need to.
no, I agree, but I'm just saying this. That the first episode and these last two episodes feel so far apart
Mm.
that it's almost like they didn't need that first episode. That first and they've learned nothing from that episode either. So
Mhm.
you could start this show with episode 2 and not even see episode 1 and it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't.
I'm just saying, like, it total bait and switch from the first episode
That
to these
that was the purpose, yeah.
second two episodes. Robert Picardo hadn't even been in this. Have you seen him since the
Oh
first
yeah,
episode?
no. But to be honest with you, since the second episode, thank God, I didn't need any more opera.
He wasn't in this episode. I think they're slowly weaning all of that out. I think we won't
It's
see.
possible.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I think we won't see any of that. Maybe by episode 9 or 10. Finally, battle the other team. They challenge them to the laser tag battle. The
Dollar store Starship Troopers.
yeah. So they're battling, and the fish guy is the captain, and he's just like, "You're all gonna be distraction, and I'm just gonna be the one being the attacker, and I'm gonna attack," and it fails, and finally he gets taken out by because he's aggressive and punches the Vulcan dude and has to sit out the round, which then the Genesis steps in and is like, Mary Sue. She's like the captain of captains now. Like she knows all the plans. She's Shazam. We're gonna shoot the replicators, which I thought the guns were just set to transport.
Yeah,
So
the
she's
phasers are set to transport, and she says they only have one setting. And then Genesis blows up the replicators and creates the nitrous gas
But how
fog.
did she shoot? How did they work for real?
I
Did she?
guess we're not supposed to be paying attention.
At this point, I was ready to go to sleep. So they finally win one, but then the opposing school's leader comes in and kicks them all out, and so she becomes the captain. He gets upset and cries away like a baby. And then finally they come up with this because of this little thing they're getting in trouble, and that's when the Chancellor Elastigirl implants the idea in their head of using the plant from the beginning and the namesake of the episode. So they devise this whole plan where they replicate the opposing teacher's eyeball, and they replicate the suit of the opposing team so that Caleb can sneak on to their side of the academy, and they can plant this super plant like Audrey 2. It's like a talking, mimicking, annoying plant, and they spray it all in, and then they win the prank war. So all in all, they win the prank war with the Venus flytraps. The other chancellor says that's enough. They've learned from the best, giving the Elastigirl a compliment. All is said and done, and we move on with life, and they get their Letterman jackets, and they put them on, and Caleb's now part of a team. We're going to get a little closer with the love interest between him and the basic Betazoid. We're going to get the Klingon falling in love with the white dude from the military school. We've got the power couple with the hybrid Klingon and everybody's favorite lesbian teacher, um, their love interest, um, the everybody's happy ever after. The end.
Except the people watching this show. Yeah, man.
So that is that. Season
Yeah.
1, Episode 3, Little Shop of Horrors. So that's that. We will be back, and uh, Baby Billy out.
Unfortunately, we will be back for an episode 4. That is, if God answers our prayers and they just cancel this show outright. Until then, I'm Level Headed Rebel.
Live long and prosper.
This show won't.